So today we're talking about advanced project reporting. We want to take a little deeper dive into what some of these reports look like. So first of all, we consider the project repository that collects information about all of the projects that you as a project manager may be reporting on. And hopefully this is in an online tool that you can have all of your team members logging and tracking their data real time. And if so, you can see how it feeds all of the different reports that you will be using to report your project status. Well, first of all, we want to look at the project timesheet. The timesheet looks like this. It lists all of your resources and all of the projects that they may be working on. And they're literally reporting the time by day by each week. And you can see person 1 is reporting on 3 projects and person 2 is on 1. But when you start looking at the time that they're tracking against these projects, you as a project manager want to look a little bit closer. You want to look at some things and you want to start asking, does this person report their time correctly or are they overbooked? Because it will feed into other projects that will cause you to be potentially over budget. You also want to log all of the expenses related to your project. That may include some of your contractor time, any travel related expenses, meals and entertainment, any supplies that are used for the project, any equipment, and if you have rent in any kind of facilities. These are just a few examples of some of the expenses related to a project. Also, you want to begin looking at your resource workload, again, tied into what your resources are logging on their timesheets. For instance, this is a view of the resource workload, again, looking at your resources and what projects they're working on. And again, you begin to start looking at all of your resources. You want to ascertain if any of them are overbooked. If they are, you may consider your resource assignments. This report is your portfolio report. So if you are managing multiple projects, you want to begin looking at all the projects in total for you as the project manager or your group. And look at the different projects, look at different milestones, you look at the status of those. The green indicates everything is good and on track, and the red indicates if something is off track. When you collect all of this information in your project repository, the main report is your project status report. It gives a high-level report of everything happening on your project. It reports about your work completed, the task, if they've been completed, if they're running late. It also indicates any schedule variances to indicate are you on track or off track. Any kind of cost variances to indicate whether you may be over budget or under budget. Also, it indicates your risk and how you may be mitigating those risks on your projects. It also highlights any issues that are occurring on your project to see how they may be escalated. And also it tracks your change request because you want to evaluate those requests and how they may impact your project. These are just a few reports, and as you see, some are related to some of your resources. So your resources, the individuals on your project want to maybe look at those. For instance, person 1 is only going to be worried about their own time and their workload. But you as the project manager, you want to look at all of the resources. And then your stakeholders and maybe your executives only want a high-level project status. They don't really care about the details. So if you need a tool to help you with your project reporting, then sign up for our software now at projectmanager.com.